know if I ever thanked you in the past, but I know there's been a few times you covered my behind, so I want to say thanks, Jimmy. So, all right, Jimmy, I'm gonna pop to the side, give the repeater a rest, so the net can start here shortly. So look forward to joining in the net, and you know my answer for that question for the topic. All right, Jimmy, I'll send it back over to you. WX9RLT, I'll be clear on your final there for a bit.
Okay, 7-3's ready. We'll catch you in the bit here. K9G-Sharp will be clear. We'll be starting the Friday night fun at exactly 9 minutes, 8 o'clock. K9G-Sharp will be clear.
KC9GCR, W9JTC. Hey, Jimmy, can you get me in short time tonight? Just an early bird?
W9JTC, I sure can. Jamie, sounds good. I'll put you down as early bird.
Hey, thank you, sir. You have a wonderful net tonight. W9JTC is clear.
You're welcome, Jamie 7. You have a good evening. Don't go out unless you have to. K9GCR, be clear.
KC9GCR, KD9YBG.
KD9YBG, this is K9GCR. Go ahead, Dale.
Yeah, I'm kind of tired tonight, so I'm going to be going to bed here shortly, so I just want you to put me in as early check-in, because I'm getting kind of tired. I had a busy day today.
I suppose so is everybody else that get up and go through all that ordeal with the blowing snow and the drifting, the cold weather out there. Yeah, okay, I'll go ahead and put you down as early check-in there. Have a good evening, Dale. Maybe we'll catch you on the right tune net tomorrow night. K9GCR will be clear. Thank you for checking in.
KD9YBG, we're clear.
Good evening, everybody. It's 8 o'clock. And welcome to the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. My name is Jim. My call is Case 9 GCR. I'm located here in Freeport, and I'll be your host this evening. The purpose of having this net is what the name implies, to have fun. This is what this hobby Rams radio is all about, in addition to providing emergency communications if when the situation warrants. A secondary purpose of this net is providing an on-air meeting place for all amateur radio operators. Everybody is welcome to check in. You do not have to be a member of any club, organization, group, or association to participate in this net. All you need is a valid FCC license. This net meets each and every Friday evening at 8 p.m. This repeater is a PL 114.8 plus offset. You need to have that program in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. By the way, it is 10 p.m. in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico. That's where Justin K9FBO and Seth KD9MED are. They're going to be spending about a week down there. They arrived there earlier late this afternoon here. Okay, so that's the situation. Okay, this repeater is a PL 114.8 to plus offset. You need to have that programmed in your radio in order to have access to the repeater. For those who may be using old radios and do not have PL capability, or if the PL in your radio is not working properly, you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net by using the repeater output frequency, the straight 195 simplex. If I hear you, I will acknowledge you and check you in the net. This is the Friday Night Fun Net for Friday, January 19th, 2024. This net is being live streamed on the internet via YouTube. I'm sure maybe Justin K9FDO and Seth KD9ZIY will check in that way. If not, they'll check in on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. I'm sure that they both took their cell phones with them to Puerto Rico. But I was going to say, those of you who are listening and checking in on the internet, check in on the internet with my KD9MED in Rochelle, and he in turn will relay your internet check-in to me via the radio. Let me reset. Also, if you're on the 6th and you can hear the repeater, but you can't get to it due to conditions you're too far away from it, or you don't have internet access, you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net Central Hotline. Area code 815-232-FN or 232-3636, the local Freeport number. I'll take your check-in over the phone, but try to check in on the radio first. That's what probably Justin and Seth will probably do, call me on the hotline. Okay, so, here's what we're going to do. First, we're going to take short time mobilizations. If you can't stay for the net, you got something else going on, your family stuff going on, or you rather concentrate your drive, you're just passing through, we'll take your short time check-ins. If you have traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. Also, after that, we're going to take general check-ins. First, we'll take general check-ins from northern Illinois. After that, we'll take general check-ins from southern Wisconsin. After that, we'll take general check-ins from anywhere in northern Illinois or southern Wisconsin. Or anywhere in the country, including San Juan, Puerto Rico. If you have a traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. Your traffic consists of ham fests, bike rides, marathons, or breakfast. Let me reset. Then, if you have a traffic, we'll do your traffic right away. Okay? Then after we get done with our check-ins, we'll have our traffic portion. Anybody has any traffic, we'll do your traffic portion. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with your power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of a radio do you want to buy? A base, mobile, all-mode, APRS, FT8, or what have you. If you have any technical questions, please feel free to ask them. We'll do our best to answer them for you. Then we'll do the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Do you know of any contests that are taking place this weekend? Or did you make any DX contests this past week or sometime during the week? We would like to hear about them. And we'll do our swap net. If you have any items to buy, sell, trade, or watch related to hobbies, ramps, radio, or computers, we'll do that. The question this week, I do this every time we have an extreme weather event, whether it be a cold spell or a hot spell. Do you like the snow and the cold? Do you like the zero or below zero temperatures? Or do you like the 95 to 100 degree temperatures with the humidity heat index up to 85–90%? I'll do a survey. We'll find out who comes out on top. Okay, I've got 2 stations checked in early. W9AXD came in Rockford, and the K9YBG Dale also in Rockford. So, okay, at this time I will take the short time of mobilization. Any short time of mobilization you want to check in, please go now.
Alpha 9, Vector uniform. I do have traffic.
KD9VU. Okay, Mike. Let me get on my other sheet of paper here. Go ahead with your traffic if you would, please.
I wanted to mention the fact that we have a VE testing tomorrow afternoon at 1 o'clock at the St. John's Lutheran Church on the corner of Centerway and Parker Drive in Janesville, Wisconsin. And that'll start, as I said, at 1 o'clock.
That is great. That is great, Mike. Hopefully you get a good turnout. Well, I don't know what the colder weather, but hopefully you'll get somebody a turnout and get some new text. That's what we need, new hands. Thank you very much for that information. Okay, well, I'm not fast right. I want 89VU. Let us know about VE testing session tomorrow afternoon at 1 p.m. at St. John's Church in Janesville. Okay. Now let me get all my papers straightened out here. Do we have any more short-time remote stations you want to check in? Please call now.
N9GBP, Greg in Rockford. No traffic, but I'll try to check back in later.
Sounds good. We'll be here. We always stay on the air at least until past 10 o'clock. You're welcome to recheck in. I do take rechecks. Thanks for checking in, Greg. Any more short-time and low stations you want to check in, please call now.
KC9QPO, Paul in Lewisport. Short time, no traffic, 73.
K9QPL, Paul in Wells Park. Okay, Paul, I've got you checked in. 7-3, have a good evening. Don't go outside unless you have to. Okay. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time or mobile stations you want to check in, please call now.
King Baker 9, Sugar, Victor.
KD9SAZ, Daniel Rockford, short time, no traffic. Sorry, I'm late there.
Okay, hold on. We got 2 stations checking. KB9SSV, Mike in Loves Park. I got you checked in, Mike. Thank you for checking in. 7-3, have a good evening. Dan, KD9SAZ, you are not late on this net, Dan. We just got underway. So don't worry about it. I know you're short time. Hey, thanks for checking in and thanks for the visit and what you did for me. I sure appreciate this very much.
Anytime, Jimmy. Anytime. You do so much for all of us. Absolutely. Anytime you need anything, I'll always try to be there to help. Have a great net this evening and good evening to all. KD9SAZ.
7-3, all you're doing to bring back the luster of the charm or what have you of the magic of amateur radio. That's fine. 7-3, have a good evening. Any more short time remote stations for Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
10-9. GLB short time. Contract.
10-9 GLB, Big Dave here in Freeport. Okay, Dave, I've got you checked in. 7-3, have a good evening. Yeah, he lives about a mile east of me, just north of beautiful downtown Freeport. Okay, Dave, I got you checked in. 7-3, you have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. Any more short time remote stations for the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now.
Jim? This is Alpha Hotel 2 India, checking in, and good evening. TGIF.
Alpha Hotel 2 India, Brad. He's the brains behind the Friday Night Fun Net. He's the one that came up with the idea of having a fun net on Friday night. He actually got from the and I didn't know this, he got this from the Saturday Night Fun Net in Milwaukee, which airs on 1, 4, 6, 9, 10 at 8 p.m. That has feel of 127.3 minus offset. Okay, Brad, are you checking in short time?
Short time for now, Jim, and if I'm still around a little bit later, I'll chime in, and that would be Ivan, K9RFD, who's, I understand, is a silent key now up there. So, yep, that's partly the idea, and the other reason was there was no nets going on locally anywhere around the region on the repeaters on Friday nights, and that seems to be a good night to do them. So that's the other reason, number 2. Back to you, sir. This is AH2I.
Stand by hotline. Brad, AH2I, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. You want to check in, you're welcome to do so. All right. That was Justin, K9FDO, and Seth, KD9GIY. They just checked in from Puerto Rico. They're cooking outside. They're having drinks. And it's 80 degrees down there. I've just and they are listening to this net on YouTube. Now, what I'm going to do, let me get out my red pen here. I can check about both of them. So just everybody, one moment, please. Okay, that was Justin, K9FDO, and Seth, KD9GIY, in beautiful Puerto Rico. So let's see, it is exactly 10:15. It's getting to be late night down there. So okay, 8:15 here, 10:15 in Puerto Rico. 2 hours time difference. They're on the Atlantic time zone, which is 1 hour ahead of Eastern time and 2 hours ahead of Central time. Okay. Do we have any more short time or mobile stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, let's go ahead. A good turnout short time station tonight. Okay, let's go ahead with general check-ins. At this time, I'll take general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net. Please call now.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe.
AC9NW, Tom and Roscoe. Okay, Tom, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins in Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KD9MED.
KD9MED, Carrie and Rockford, the Duke of Digital DX. Okay, Carrie, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes for the roundtable, and thank you for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
WX9RLD.
WX9RLT, Ricky, the host of the newly christened Rockford Metro Skywarn Net. We had the first session last night at 7 p.m. on this repeater. Happy to report that Ricky is back on the air, and we hope to do good things with Skywarn once we get things organized. And we're going to be doing okay, too. Okay, Ricky, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Northern Illinois for Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Okay, well, we had a good turnout from Northern Illinois. Let's see if we can just get just a good turnout from Southern Wisconsin. Do we have any general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin.
KC9RGG, Norm in Orfordville, Wisconsin. Okay, Norm, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from Southern Wisconsin for the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Well, it is a Friday night fish fry night in Wisconsin. Everybody's at their favorite bar, restaurant, tavern, eating their catfish, buffalo, carp, northern pike, walleye, muskie, crappies, or bluegills. Those of you in the Milwaukee area are eating your Foley sausages, hot dogs, brats, kielbasa, or Braunschweiger, of course, your cheese, whoever's raised on that famous Wisconsin cheese. The lake should be solidly frozen over now. You guys can go out there with your trucks, your vans, your jeeps, and to take with your shanties, your barbecue grills, your coolers, your TVs, your radios. You can do some ice fishing. Don't forget to take your HDs with you so you can check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Okay, at this time, I'll take check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin that like to check in. Please call now.
KD9MED, Mike and Rochelle.
K9MED, Mike and Rochelle. Okay, Mike, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes roundtable. Thanks for checking in. Any more general check-ins from anywhere in Northern Illinois or Southern Wisconsin for Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. the traffic portion of the net. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got the new the January 2024 edition of the Rah-Rah ham rag from let's see, Verna KD9MED. She's in the charge of that now. I'm trying to see what information we trying to give us too. Hold on. Okay. Let's see. Just a minute. Okay. Mike, 89VU mentioned the VE testing session in Janesville tomorrow. This is from the Rah-Rah ham rag. That was already held. McHenry County's VE testing session. The next VE testing session here in Freeport will be on Saturday, February 3rd at the Freeport Public Library. State Line Amps Radio Club puts that on, and this will be held at 12:30 p.m. Walk-ins are allowed. There's also a VE testing session in Madison, also on the 3rd. It's at the Four Lakes ARC. No. Oh yeah, that's the Ham Radio Club up there. Four Lakes Amps Radio Club. This will be located at University of Wisconsin Space Place from 8 a.m. and walk-ins are allowed. There's also one in McHenry County on February 20th at the when McHenry County Wireless Association put this on. It's going to be held at the Free Methodist Church. That'll take place at from 7 p.m. No walk-ins. Register or call ahead. Now you're all up to date on your VE test. Testing 1, 2, 3. Did I cut out? I don't know what happened. I must have timed out that. All right. Okay. Okay. Does anybody else have any traffic they'd like to pass along for the net? Okay. Just a minute here. This is what happens when I got a lot of papers to pass along. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what? I forgot to do something here. Oh boy, I am sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, it is with the deepest regret that I announce the passing of Lauren Jean Hoover, Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Romeo November, who passed away on Monday, January 8th, 2024. He was an avid ham radio operator, and Jerry, KU9S, told me about this on the radio. It was on the Saturday, no. It was on January 13th. So before we proceed any further, does anybody know this individual, and does anybody like to make any comments at this time? Okay, like I said, I didn't know this person, and I don't know about any funeral services or arrangements or anything like that. At this time, I'm going to do a 1-minute off-key sound moment of silence in honor of Lauren Jean Hoover, KD9GRN, and after that, I will do a last call in his honor. We will now do a 1-minute off-key sound moment of silence. KC9GRN, Kilo Charlie 9, Golf Romeo November, KC9GCR. KC9GRN, KC9GRN, KC9GCR. No signal, K9GCR, Lauren, I never knew you, but I'm sure you had, I want to thank you for your contribution to this wonderful hobby of amateur radio. May you 7 trees, may you rest in peace. We just did this K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net, and then the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford. We just did a 1-minute all-keys down tribute to the late Lauren Jean Hoover, KC9GRN, who passed away on Monday, January 8th, 2024. We did a 1-minute all-keys down moment of silence and a last call in his honor. Okay, before we continue, do we have any more stations who'd like to check the Friday Night Fun Net? Please call now. Sorry about that, folks. I couldn't let that go. Now let's go into the Friday Night Fun Net, the Tech Corner. Are you having a problem with the power supply or amplifier? What kind of an antenna do you want to put up on your tower? What kind of radio do you want to buy? Base, mobile, all mode, APRS, MC8, or what have you? I can give you a tech. I can give you my own Tech Corner. I'm happy to announce that I will soon be getting a new Yaesu radio. It's going to be the Yaesu FTM 200. I looked at that radio, and it's going to be as a beauty. Thanks to Justin K9FDO and Kevin W9KLG. I'm going to be getting this radio, and I'm still going to keep this Yaesu FTM 100, but. Dan, KD9 SAG was here earlier this evening. He tried to fix my old power supply. Well, he couldn't. He took it with him. He's going to put a fuse and do some other work on it, and he's going to give it back to me. I'd like to keep that for an extra power supply. And he gave me a brand new. I'm not kidding, folks. A brand new Astron switching power supply. He showed me how to work. That's gonna be a beauty. I'm gonna use that with this Yaesu FTM 100. That's gonna be my backup digital radio, and the 200 is gonna be my main one. Justin and Kevin will be coming over. I'm gonna say sometime after Justin gets back home from vacation to install that radio. I want to thank the guys, Justin, Kevin, and Dad, for helping me out here. Okay, does anybody else have any tech net traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, let's go with the Friday Night Fun Net contest / DX Corner. Well, the only DX contact I made today was with the on 20-meter Old Miss net. I talked to net control. That's what it did. We won't go into that. Okay. Does anybody have any contest or DX reports information you'd like to pass along?
AC9NW.
AC9NW. Okay, Tom, what do you got for us?
Well, I haven't been on the air much because I have to hook my outdoor antenna up by opening the window. So with this weather, I've avoided that, but I did manage to get 3 DX contacts. The first one was on 40 meters in Serbia, and that was Yankee Uniform 2 X-Ray Alpha. The second one was Spain, and that was on 10 meters, and that was Echo Bravo 1 Delta Juliet. And the third one was Slovenia, and it was a new one for me in Slovenia. I've contacted the usual guys there, but this was also on 10 meters, and that was Sierra 58 November. And the unusual thing about that was, since I didn't want to hook up my outdoor antenna, I took a aluminum shower rod, shower curtain rod, and stuck it in the corner and hooked up to that. So I worked Slovenia with 10 watts into a curtain rod. And I told a few guys about that, and they got quite a kick out of it. AC9NW back to net.
I made 2 contacts with stations in Slovenia. I think it was back. I think it was back in 2022 or 23. I had to look up in my logbook. I think that there's a family of ham radio operators there too. I'd have to look up their calls.
Yeah, the family. I know 2 of them, S51DX and S57DX. They're brothers, and they have a third brother, but he's not on much. But this one was a different one. He wasn't. I looked up on the map, and he's quite a ways from them. He's in a different part of the country. AC9NW back to net.
Oh yeah, I talked to those guys. Yes. Have you ever talked to Echo Alpha 3 Juliet Echo in Barcelona, Spain? Have you ever talked to him?
I haven't contacted him, but I've heard him quite often. He's on quite a bit, and you can't miss his voice. He's quite different.
Boy, ain't that the truth? Yeah, I tried to make contact too, and I think about a couple weeks ago, I talked to a state. Now this is on Wires X on George's 147-300 repeater in Dakota, Illinois. I actually talked to a Juliet Alpha 4 Echo Tango Alpha, Okinawa, Japan. This guy is 94 years old. He knew George, K9WSU, from when the George was stationed in Okinawa, back when he was in the Marine Corps. I had the pleasure of being at George's house on Christmas night. I think it was 2020, when I had bed bugs here in my apartment. I couldn't run the net from my apartment. This is on a Friday night. I got to see if I talked to this guy on his digital HD. But that was great. George sure has an impressive ham shack. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Okay, thank you very much. I better be moving along here. Thank you for your DX report there, Tom. Okay, anybody else have any DX report they'd like to pass along? KD9MED, Gary, do you have anything for the DX report or the contest?
This is KD9MED. Thank you, Jimmy. Good evening, everybody. Hey, Tom, I worked S58N back in December 2020 on 30 meters. Let's see, what we got? I didn't do any transmitting this week. All I did was I did a whole boatload of shortwave listening, though. I'll tell you about that. But let's start with the contests. Most of these contests are just main bands. They're not including the work bands. So, brief reset. The Hungarian DX contest is all day tomorrow, our time, local time, from midnight to midnight Saturday. And that's sideband and CW. The Pro Digi contest is the same way. It's all day tomorrow, and that's a RIDI contest. And the North American QSO party, that's a sideband contest that starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow, lasts 12 hours. 6 a.m. our time. Brief reset. The ARRL January VHF contest starts at 6 a.m. tomorrow. Oh, I'm sorry, noon tomorrow our time, and runs until late Sunday night our time. And I'll also mention radiomarine.org. Radiomarine.org. They're going to have a listening contest. You'll have to go to their website for details, and that'll be tomorrow around 3 p.m. Brief reset. I did a whole bunch of shortwave listening. I started out last Saturday trying to copy the radiomarine.org broadcast, and they sound a little too fast for me to copy, so I'll try again tomorrow, but we'll see. For conventional shortwave stations, I bookmarked a whole bunch of new ones, but here's some good ones. Radio Free Asia on 11565, that comes all the way from Tinian Island. And the Voice of Nigeria, that's on 11770, and that one comes all the way from Nigeria. A brief reset. Here's an unusual shortwave broadcast station that runs upper sideband instead of AM. It's unusual. This is a domestic station, WJHR Radio International, 15555. And now I'm going to talk about oceanic aircraft communications. Brief reset. There are bands between the shortwave and the ham bands in the in-between spots that handle marine and oceanic communications and weather reports and stuff like that. One species of that communication is the aircraft controllers that talk to the airliners when they're over the ocean. Of course, they can't use the VHF to do that, so they have frequencies on HF where they do that. Brief reset. So I found another one of those this week, and they've got quite a bit of traffic to listen to, and they come in fairly loud here. It's on 17404, and that's lower sideband. They don't always pick their sideband the same way we do. 17404 lower sideband. Another thing you'll find in there is in those subbands is the fax, the weather faxes that are transmitted by the United States Coast Guard. Brief reset. So I set up the radio, I think it was Tuesday night, and just let it run receiving faxes from the U.S. Coast Guard on 4233.1 upper sideband. To receive those, you need a program for your computer called FLDIGI, FLDigi. That's kind of like the Swiss Army knife for digital modes. You can decode almost anything with that. And I got hours and hours of fax maps and satellite photos from that. Brief reset. And then finally, I discovered a military net. They transmit voice and digital. When they transmit voice, it's upper sideband. The frequency is 6765. They call themselves the Shares North Net. They have weird call signs that I can't find on the FCC database. And they also use a digital mode in there. They mix it in called MT93. And I was able to decode that 100% clear as a bell using FLDigi. So that was something completely new to me. That's about it. KD9MED.
Terry, thank you very much for that wonderful DX report. Oh yeah, I've got to tune in. Last year I made several contacts with a North American that Houston part. I'm going to have to listen to it around and listen to see if I can make some more contacts. That's definitely great. Okay, let me get H9NW. Tom, did you hear what Terry said that he made a contact with that station in Slovenia?
Yes, I did. That was a different one in Slovenia from the usual. Those brothers are on, seems all the time. Let's see, it's Yanez and I can't think of the other one's name now, but they're on almost continuously, it seems, and I found out they use the same station. They don't have their own stations, so I don't know if it's a club station or one of them has it or what the deal is there. AC9NW.
This is K9GCR, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rock for transmitting from Friday Night Fun Net Sanctuary Report. Kay, any more comments about that, Slovenia?
I don't have anything else. I know there are three brothers, and I think, I'm not sure which one it is, but one of them has a wife that's a ham also. So in the family, there are four that I know of. AC9NW, back to net.
Okay, that sounds good. Thank you and Kerry for DX reports there. Does anybody else have any DX reports they'd like to pass along? Okay, now we'll move on to SWAPnet. All lines be box order traded must be related to Hobbies Ranch Radio or computers. All lines be box order traded must be the property of or possession of the person who wants to get rid of the stuff. You may mention the price over the air, but the action should take place either in person or over the telephone. Also, no commercial business of any kind is allowed. Does any station have any SWAPnet traffic you'd like to pass along? Okay, I do have some SWAPnet traffic. As I told you earlier, I'm going to be getting a new radio, the Yaesu FTM 200. However, I'm still going to keep this FTM 100 radio. What I'm looking for is a mag mount mobile antenna. If anybody's not using, it's got to be a 2-meter 440 mag mount mobile antenna. If anybody's not using, if you have one that you're not using, you know how to get a hold of me. You can either call me on the radio. I'm either this repeater or one of the local repeaters here in Stevenson County, or you can give me a call on the Friday Night Fun Net hotline. Area code 815-232-FNFN. 232-3636. If anybody has a mag mount 2-meter 440 mobile antenna they're not using, they don't want to use it anymore, just let me know. I'd like to have it, please. Okay. Okay, now, before we get to the round table, do we have any more stations? Would I check the Friday Night Fun Net? You're coming home with your Friday night fish fry, steak fry, grocery shopping, or the show. You're going to stock up. You're going to be hunkering down this weekend with this cold weather and stuff. If you just came home, turned your radio on, or you've been copying the mail for the last 45 minutes, this is your chance to check in the Friday Night Fun Net. Everybody around the region without traffic, please call K9GCR.
Alpha 9, Victor Uniform. Michael in Janesville. I have no traffic.
Kilo Charlie 9, Alpha Golf Romeo, Jennifer in Janesville. NHF Chad also in Janesville. Got a Janesville run this evening.
Yes, I got your traffic. I also got your traffic during the VE testing session. Thank you very much.
Kilo Charlie 9, Alpha Golf Romeo, Jennifer in Janesville.
Hey, Jimmy, since we got the Janesvilles checking in all in a row, I'll go ahead and check in, too. This is Tom here, also in Janesville. WI9 Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. No traffic tonight, Jimmy. Good evening.
Okay, I got two stations checking. KD9AGR, Jennifer, and WI9WTF, Tom in Janesville. I've got both of you checked in. I'll tell you what, I want to get to both of you first because I don't know how long you'll be with us. we're asking everybody, do you like the hot weather, or do you like the cold weather? Would you rather have it this, or would you rather 95 to 100 degree temperatures?
Hey, Jimmy, before I can submit it, I think Adam 9 Victor unit also tried to check in there. I'll go ahead and let him check in first.
Yeah, he checked in earlier tonight. I already got him, but my K9MED, do you have something else you want to pass along with the net?
No, Jim, I just old age setting in. I forgot whether I checked in or not. Sorry about that. I have nothing else. Thank you. 73 to all.
K9KZT, Larry, no traffic, short time.
Checking in from Janesville also.
Okay, and Jimmy, KD9VBX, Kilo, Delta, Niner, Victor, Bravo, X-Ray. Erica, the whole Janesville crew is here.
Thank you very much. So you're already checked in. All right. KC9AGR, W9WTF, K9KCT, Larry, the King of CW. I got you checked in, Larry, short time. Cesare, have a good evening. We'll talk to you tomorrow night in the RAG unit. W9HF, Canton and Janesville. I've got you checked in. Any more stations want to check in the Friday night fun net? Please phone now.
Jimmy, KD9VBX, the whole Janesville crew is here.
KD9VBX, Erica in Janesville, I've got you checked in. Erica, I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Before we start the roundtable, do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday night fun net? Please phone out. All right. Do you like the hot weather or do you like the cold weather? Just a minute. I want to say, okay. AC9NW, Tom, do you like the hot weather or the cold weather?
This is AC9NW. I'll take the hot weather. I've always been able to stand hot weather, but cold weather really gets me down. I get cold and I don't want to do anything, just curl up in a ball and try to keep warm. AC9NW, back to net.
Okay, sounds good, Tom. Hey, have a good evening. Thanks for checking in. All right. KD9MED, Kerry, would you prefer the 0 degree temperatures or you like the hot, the 95 to 100 degree temperatures?
This is KD9MED. Oh, Jimmy, you were mentioning that you were looking for a mag mount dual band antenna. If you intend to use that inside, just keep in mind it probably won't tune up because those mag mounts, they need to sit on a great big metal car to provide the ground plane. So I just thought I'd mention that. Let me tell you about my weekend. My whole bathroom froze up, even though I left the water trickling and everything like you're supposed to. Everything, the toilet, the sink, the bathtub, even the bathtub drain froze. Brief reset. I didn't get it all thawed out until Wednesday, and then I had to replace the fill valve in the toilet because that was damaged too. My preference, I guess, the critical thing about hot versus cold weather is that hot weather isn't going to kill you if you've got shade and water, but cold weather can kill you real quick, real bad, if you're not properly prepared for it. So I guess on that basis, I'll pick hot weather to be preferred. KD9MED.
Okay, sounds good. 2-0 hot weather. Okay, that sounds good. Thanks. Oh yeah, I just wanted to tell you, I got 2 other mobile radios here. Of course, this H2FTM 100. I got ground plane antenna on the outside of my bedroom window. That's my main antenna. This is my main radio. The ICOM IC2100H, which is my original radio, and the ICOM IC2300H. I got two magma mobile antennas connected to that radio. On the 2300, I got a, let's see, I'm trying to think, it looks like it's a 3-foot magma mobile antenna, which is on the plate there. George bought that for me a few years ago at the Sterling Ham Fest. And I got a little magma mobile antenna, which is sitting in my windowsill. It's connected to my 2100H. I only use that radio to communicate on our local 3.9 repeater. That's a block and a half away from me. So that's the situation as far as my mag mount the mobile antenna. I'm going to have, yeah, you're right. I'm going to have to get some sort of a plate or something like that so I can use that. Thank you very much, Gary.
I learned that from experience. They're great on, you know, when used as applied, but if you just set it like on a wooden tabletop, it won't work worth a darn. KD9MED.
Thank you very much, Gary. We sure appreciate this. Okay, now, Ricky, WX9RLT, if you're still listening, I'll put you down as hot weather. What else is happening with you, Ricky?
Good evening, Jimmy, and everybody out there. Definitely good to hear everybody. Yeah, definitely tossed me down as hot weather. Long story short, I used to work outside at a cemetery and got frostbite right on the nose, and I never want that to happen ever again. So when they talk about frostbite, I will say, take it very seriously. So I have learned firsthand. So hot way all the way. Now, with that being said, you know, we got pretty lucky for the winter. You know, this winter coming around, you know, that we're in. For the most part, you know, it sucks, you know, we're smack dab in the winter and, you know, dealing with the cold. So anybody that chooses cold weather, you know, man, the next 2 nights is going to be your time, man. So it just ain't my time. So nothing new with me, Jimmy. Just kind of kicking back and enjoying the net here. So much appreciated for having me. Always good to hear everybody out there, and I'll send it back to you, Jimmy. So if anybody out there likes cold, holy cow, man, my hats goes off to you, because I tried to enjoy it this year, and it just did not happen. So hot weather all the way. WX9RLT.
Okay, sounds good, Ricky. Sounds like a good wrestling match underway there, too. I'm watching Channel 39. I'll probably watch the rebroadcast tomorrow night. They have it on FX, Fox Sports 1 or 2, but they usually have a rebroadcast the next evening. Thanks for checking in, Ricky. All right. Norm, K9RGG. I hope you're still with us. We're sorry to keep you waiting. Do you like the 0-degree temperatures or the 95 to 100-degree temperatures?
KC9GCR, KC9RGG. Jim, I like the cold weather, but let me tell you, it's about 50 degrees down here in the shack tonight, and all I want to do is get back upstairs and get into that warm bed. Those 2 check-ins from Puerto Rico, it's 80 degrees down there. I think they got the right idea. So KC9GCR, KC9RGG.
Okay, Norm, I put you down to the cold weather column, so it's 3-1 in favor of the hot weather. All right. Thanks for checking in, Norm. Have a good day. We'll talk to you next Friday night, and it's going to be all about Winterfield. Just a minute. The phone just started to ring now. It quit. So, Norm, I'm going to let you go. You have a good evening. Talk to you next Friday night. Stand by hotline. This is K9G, the Friday Night Fun, and a K9RFD Repeater Rockford transferring for Friday Night Fun at Central Area Freeport. That was John KC9DDF checking in from Elgin, Illinois, on the Friday Night Fun that hotline. He likes the fall weather, so I'll put him down as in between the hot weather and the cold weather. So, okay. As I was going to say, Norm, if you're still with us, 7-3, have a good evening. Thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun. Then we'll talk to you next Friday night. It's going to be all about the winter field day. Okay, let's move on. Mike, KD9MED. Well, do you prefer this weather, or would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees with a heat index of 85?
Hey, Jimmy, KD9MED here. Well, I'll pass on the high heat and humidity, but if it gets up above 70, but not too much more than that, 80, 90, it starts getting a little too warm. I used to like the winter a lot, brief reset. But I used to like the winter a lot about 20 years ago, but not so much anymore. Getting older, achy, cold, tired, whatever, just want to come home and warm up. KD9MED, back to net.
Okay, I'll put you down as in between the two. So, okay. 3 hot, 1 cold, 2 in between. So, okay, that sounds good. Thank you, check in. All right. Let's see, Jennifer, KC9AGR in Janesville. If you're still with us, do you like this kind of weather? Or would you rather have it hot and humid and muggy?
I would rather have it hot. I get cold easily nowadays, and also having very limited vision, it's hard for me to walk anywhere, take the bus when the snow and ice comes too. I can't wait till spring comes. My summer was pretty much shot because I broke my ankle over the summer, so I didn't get to enjoy that too much. So hot weather, because I get cold easily, and I just, and I frostbit my hands in college, and so now when my hands get cold, my fingers hurt. Yeah. It's easier to handle the hot weather for me. KC9HR, back to you.
Okay, Jennifer, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Have a good evening. Okay, Tom, W9AXD. Did you like the hot weather or the cold weather?
Hey, Jimmy, this is Tom up here in Janesville, WI9 Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. I guess all of us Janesville like to check in an hour late, but that's all right, too. I don't know. I guess I'm not a big fan of either, but if I had to go with one, I honestly would probably go with the cold, because to me, the cold, you can put layers on, you can turn the heater on, but when it's hot, it's the humidity. Like I said, that's the thing that bothers me, and I'm just not a big fan of turning the air conditioner on. Like I said, I don't know. I'm going to have to go with the cold. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of either, but if I had to go with one, I'm going to go with the cold.
Okay, I put you down as that way. Okay, here's where it stands now. 4 hot, 2 cold, and 2 in between. So okay, that sounds good, Tom. Thanks for checking in. Okay. That's right. K9KCC already checked in in short time, so we'll move on. WI9HF Chad, you like the hot weather or do you like the cold weather?
I'm going to have to go with the other 4 and say the hot weather, and I'll echo almost verbatim what Jennifer said about the cold and the low vision and ice and snow. I'm not a big fan of that. Plus, my balance is not good anyway, so it doesn't help. But I'd rather like the warm weather, hot weather. I mean, I'd prefer it be a little bit cooler than 100 degrees. But, at least there's no ice and snow. And I don't even mind the cold so much if there's no snow at all. That's fine. I just don't like the ice and snow. So that's my viewpoint on that.
This is K9G, Foxtrot, the Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net, Central and Freeport. Okay, sounds good. The Gotch down is being warm weather, hot weather. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 stations, say hot weather, 2 cold weather, and 2 in between. So, okay, Chad. Sorry about the conditions last night during the net there, but I almost missed it. But I couldn't hardly. I had to use the ICOM IC the 2300 radio to check in the net, just like I did last Thursday. But at least I was able to hear you. That was the way it goes sometimes.
And that, Jimmy, I wonder if the winter weather affects that a little bit, but didn't seem to last winter. Like I said before on other systems, I think my vertical on voice, I think that got blown over up on top of the tower. It was at a 45-degree angle, and who knows what it is now. I think it might be horizontal for all I know. I don't think it's on the ground, though, because it wouldn't be wonky if it was. But anyway, so my tower guy is going to come back here probably in a few weeks to do some extra stuff for me, and then we'll get that figured out. And I'm going to get a couple of commercial dipole antennas, put those up. One of them is a 2-bay commercial dipole antenna, and the other one's a 4-bay. So I'm going to do some experimenting with those when they get up on a tower. I want to see if I can hear you better off of them, just for curiosity, over by Diamond. So that's how that goes, Jimmy. Go ahead.
Okay, sounds good. I'm going to be getting a new radio. It's going to be the Yaesu FPM 200, and I'm going to have Justin and Kevin program your new repeater into that radio, so at least I'll be able to get into it.
I know UHF doesn't have as good a range probably as VHF, but hopefully you can get into it.
Well, we'll just see what happens. So, okay, Chad, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. I'm going to turn it over to KD9VBX, Erica. Do you like the hot weather or do you like the cold weather?
Sign out here, Jim. Over to Erica, WI9HF.
Okay, thanks, Chad. I'll move on then. Thanks very much. That completes my list. Do we have any more stations? I'd like to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time. Please call now.
KD9EPZ.
KD9EPZ. Good evening, Al. What's going on with you? How is winter heat coming along?
KD9VBX.
As well as last year, but on the other hand, the conditions have not been as good as last year. I'm not even hearing Iowa since we started this thing. And, I was talking to Iowa regularly before, so I don't know. Just the propagation's just bad. It's not just me, it's happening to everybody.
Okay, sounds good. I'll stand by. I want to get you in a few minutes. I want to get you in a minute. KD9VBX, Erica, do you like the hot weather or the cold weather?
Well, personally, I'm one of those in-betweeners. I don't really like either extreme, but I kind of support what Tom said. At least in the winter, you can add layers. In the summer, unless you're willing to pay a very high AC bill, then you can't take off layers, because once you get to the skin, that's it. So, personally, I don't mind the cold weather, and I understand what Jennifer's saying. However, this is just a word to the wise to everybody who's got somewhere to shovel. Please keep your sidewalks cleaned off and don't just do the sidewalk, do the curb cut if you're on a corner, because that takes you, sometimes for us, you flip over that and then you're in the middle of the road and you have this instant fear that a car is not going to see you, which actually almost happened to me up in Madison. So please clean stuff off, keep some kitty litter or something on your ice. KD9VBX.
Okay, son, that's some good advice. Good sound advice too. Thanks, Erica. Yourself three. Have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun. Then. Okay, Al, KD9EPZ. Just wanted to let you know, Justin, K9FDO, and Seth, K9ZIY, made it safe and sound to Puerto Rico. In fact, they both checked into the net. They called me on the hotline. They're also listening to the net via the internet. Just so you'd like to know.
Okay, that's good to hear. I'm wondering when they're going to come by here. I'm donating Seth 100 feet of Elmar 400. Unless he doesn't want it, I'm sure somebody would.
Oh yeah, that's for sure. Oh yeah, and Richard N9ZO in Belvedere still has 1,000 feet of a coax cable there too. So okay, sorry to hear that winter heat's not doing very well. So oh well, we got less than half a month to go. Hopefully things will improve before the month is out.
I hope so. Like I say, it's nothing with the contest or anything, or with the event. It's just that the signals, the propagation is not what it was. Last year I was hearing at S9. I'm lucky if they get over the noise level this year. So it's just crazy. But I didn't check today. I'm probably somewhere around 50th place. So I'm still not doing too bad, but I was like 30th last year. And since I raised my antenna 20 feet higher, I thought I would do better this year, but apparently nobody's doing better this year. So what can I do?
I'm sorry to hear that. Well, like I said, hopefully things will get better. Okay, now I got to ask you this question. This sounds like a dumb question, but I'm asking everybody. You like this kind of weather? Would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees with the fans running or the AC running and what have you?
I'd rather have the warm weather. It doesn't bother me. I lived in Tucson for a while where it was over 100 degrees every day, but not as damp. I would have to say I prefer it to be warm, but on the other hand, I prefer it not to be so humid.
Okay, we'll put you down as the warm the warm side. Okay. Okay, Al. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you. North American QSO party is taking place this coming weekend. I thought I'd let you know that. Have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Rag2 net.
Okay, Jimmy. Yep. Talk to you tomorrow. KD9EPZ back in that.
Okay, do we have any more stations, or would like to check the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now.
KD9HKX, Larry and Roscoe.
KD9HKX. Okay, Larry, I've got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a minute. There was another station also trying to check in. Another station, come back, please.
Alpha Charlie 9, Golf Oscar, Larry and Rockton. Good evening, Jimmy.
ET9GO, Larry and Rockton, I got you checked in, Larry. I'll get back to you in a minute. Thanks for checking in. KD9HKX, what's going on with you? And I'm asking the question. Do you like the 0 or below 0 temperature with all the snow, or would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees, like the hot and humid weather?
Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway checking in.
KD9MED. Okay, Kurt, I got you checked in. I'll get back to you in a few minutes. Thanks for checking in. Okay, KD9HKX, Larry, do you like the hot weather or do you like the cold weather?
KC9GCR in the group, KD9HKX. Good evening, all. Cold. Definitely cold. I don't like the hot weather one darn bit, so you can put me down as cold. And let's see, not much else going on here. Been messing around a bit. I'm getting just a touch tired of shoveling snow, but you know, that's all got to come with it too. So, and I've kept the driveway and everything clear, so it's all good here. And with that, I'll turn it back to you. Oh, I'll be one and done tonight, Jim. So I'll turn it back to you now. KC9GCR, KD9HKX.
Okay, Larry, sounds good. You have a good evening. Maybe we'll catch you tomorrow night on the Saturday evening rag show. Now, thanks for checking in. HC9GO, Larry and Rockton, what's going on with you? Do you like the hot weather or do you like the cold weather?
Oh, I think I'll stay with the cool weather. It's 95 to 100 I can probably stand, but you get up to 100 and above, and that's real tiring. Of course, pushing snow around gets a little tiring as well. So with that, back to you, Jimmy. AC9GO.
Sounds good, Larry. Hey, thanks for checking in. You have a good evening. Thanks for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. KD9M, Kurt and Roscoe. What's going on with you?
KC9GCR, Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway. Good to hear you and everybody else. And I'm doing okay. Not much going on other than I'm working on an older radio at Drake, TR4CW. And, I've had it probably a couple of years, never turned it on, so I decided earlier this week to start going through it a bit. It's in excellent condition, but I wanted to go through and just align things, and so I've been busy with that. Let's see, hot weather or cold weather? Well, I don't like either necessarily on the extremes, but if I had to choose when I would pick cold weather, me and the heat don't get along very well. I've had heat stroke twice, and so that's no fun. So I would pick cold weather for the same reasons everyone else would, that you could always add more clothes or coats or gloves or whatever. But when you start taking stuff off in hot weather, you got to be careful the neighbors aren't looking. KC9GCR, KE9N.
I hear you. Yeah, I hear you. I think I remember you said that last year too, something about that. Okay, sounds good there. K9FLO has not checked in as of yet. Of course, it's probably not his time either. So, okay, sounds good. I just thought you'd like to know. Justin, K9FDO, and Seth, K9VIY, the New Hammer, down in Puerto Rico. They're listening to this net via the internet. They both checked in on the hotline there.
Hey, very good. Okay, sounds good to me. And Jimmy, I got plenty of icicles for you. I'll put them in an envelope and get them over to you.
Okay, sounds good. And also, I got a copy of this month's ham rag from Verna. Tell her that thank her very much. I sure appreciate that.
Hey, no problem. Well, Larry's probably listening, her husband, so he can let her know. She did a good job on that.
That's good. I'm glad she put that in there about all the different BE testing sessions in the area. I think that's great. Hopefully, someday you guys will have your BE testing sessions going again. But it's nice that you be able to put all the ones from the surrounding areas. I think that's great.
Okay, very good, Jimmy. Hey, listen, I'll let you go, and I'll be listening, and we'll see if Brother Dean up the street checks in. KC9GCR, KE9M.
Okay, Kurt, sounds good. Thanks for checking in. Any more stations would like to check in the Friday Night Fun at this time? Please call now. Okay, well, I'll tell you what let's do. We got a few minutes left. Let's do some trivia questions here. This is for the benefit of those new hands who are studying for their technician's license, or for those of you who are upgrading to general or extra class. And let's see. Well, we got people who can't listen to police communications anymore unless they have a very expensive digital scanner. You can still hear fire and EMS traffic, but you can also, but people listen to us just because they don't have anything else to listen to. So, okay, let's go ahead with the first question. I'm trying to avoid reading the same questions every week, so I think I read this. Okay, here we go. First question. What is a likely cause of irregular fading of signals propagated by the ionosphere? A. Frequency shift due to Faraday rotation. B. Interference from thunderstorms. C. Intermodulation distortion. D. Random combining of signals arriving via different paths. What is a likely cause of irregular fading of signals propagated by the ionosphere? A. Frequency shift due to Faraday rotation. B. Interference from the thunderstorms. C. Intermodulation distortion. D. Random combining of signals arriving via different paths. Anybody have the correct answer to this question? Okay. What is the likely cause of irregular fading of signals propagated by the ionosphere? The correct answer is D delta, random combining of signals arriving via different paths. Multi-path propagation of signals from distant stations results in irregular fading, even when reception is generally good, because signals taking different paths can interfere with each other at the receiving antenna. Ham Radio License Manual, page 4-1. Let's see if we can find another one. Okay. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A. They are too weak to go very far. B. FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D. UHF signals are absorbed by the ionospheric D layer. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? A. They are too weak to go very far. B. FCC regulations prohibit them from going more than 50 miles. C. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. D. UHF signals are absorbed by the ionospheric D layer. Anybody have a correct answer to this question?
I'll say C, Jimmy, AC9GO.
You are correct, Larry. You are correct. Why are simplex UHF signals rarely heard beyond their radio horizon? The correct answer is C, Charlie. UHF signals are usually not propagated by the ionosphere. VHF and UHF signals usually pass through the ionosphere and are lost to space. Long-distance ionospheric propagation is the most common way for hams to make long-distance contact on the VHF band. Ham radio license band is page 4-3. Let's see if I can find another one. Okay, which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? A, resistance, B, current, C, power, D, voltage. Which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? A, resistance, B, current, C, power, D, voltage. Anybody correct to answer this question?
Z.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which term describes the rate at which electrical energy is used? Correct answer is C, Charlie. Power. Power, represented by the symbol P, is the rate at which electrical energy is used. Ham radio license manual, page 3-7.
What's that?
Just a minute. Just a minute. Oh boy, did I screw up on the question?
No, you didn't. I was just making a joke. What did you say?
Oh, what? Yeah. Okay, Al, sounds good. Thanks. Oh, boy. This is what makes this net fun, folks. Now, all right. Let's see which decibel value represents a power increase from 20 watts to 200 watts. A, 10 dB, B, 12 dB, C, 18 dB, D, 28 dB. Which decibel value represents a power increase from 20 watts to 200 watts? A, 10 dB, B, 12 dB, C, 18 dB, D, 28 dB. Anybody have correct answer to this question? Oh, I'm looking at the downtown Rockford, the Golden East and Jefferson Street Bridge. There's one car going by, the Rock River's frozen solid. That's what, they're having the 9 o'clock news having the weather information on, but that's what's going on. Okay. All right. Which decibel value represents a power increase from 20 watts to 200 watts? The correct answer is A alpha 10 dB. I'm not going to bother. That's a math problem. I'm not going to bother reading that one. Okay, which of the following battery chemistries is not rechargeable? A, nickel cadmium, B, carbon zinc, C, lead acid, D, lithium ion. Which of the following battery chemistries is not rechargeable? A, nickel cadmium, B, carbon zinc, C, lead acid, D, lithium ion. Anybody correct answer this question?
Is in Bravo, KD9MED.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. Which of the following battery chemistries is not rechargeable? Correct answer is B, Bravo, carbon, zinc. Okay, we're going to move on to another one here. Okay. What is the term that describes... Wait, just a minute. Wrong one. What are the names of the electrodes of a bipolar junction transistor? A. Signal, bias, power. B. Emitter, base, collector. C. Input, output, supply. D. Pole 1, pole 2, output. What are the names of the electrodes of a bipolar junction transistor? A. Signal, bias, power. B. Emitter, base, collector. C. Input, output, supply. D. Pole 1, pole 2, output. Anybody correct answer this question?
I do, but I don't want to answer all of them.
I hear you, Al. What do you say?
A collector base emitter.
You are correct, Al. You are correct. What are the names of the electrodes of a bipolar junction transistor? Correct answer is B, Bravo, emitter, base, collector. The three electrodes of a BJT are the base, collector, and emitter. Hand radio license manual page 3-7. Okay, I'm going to read the one that I originally started to read. And this is the next question. Okay, this is before this last question. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? A. Gain. B. Forward resistance. C. Forward voltage drop. D. On resistance. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? A. Gain. B. Forward resistance. C. Forward voltage drop. D. On resistance. Anybody correct answer this question?
All right, I'll jump in and sign in and answer the question. This is Mike, KB9ZDD. The answer is A. Gain.
You are correct, Mike. You are correct, and welcome to the net. What is the term that describes a device's ability to amplify a signal? Correct answer is A. Alpha, gain. See the other question. Well, we ain't going to worry about that. Let me check in the mic, the net there, Mike. How are things going with you?
Well, things are going pretty well out here by Davis, Jimmy. We just got back from dinner. Looking forward to going to bed. Thought I'd pop in and see if it was still going on. Clearly it is. Figured I better check in, and conveniently, you asked a question I knew the answer to. So I appreciate that.
That's for sure, and I know you've spent many hours this week and last week driving in that squad car out in the cold with the weather conditions. It was really bad. I know that for a fact.
Well, it has been an interesting couple of weeks, but we went all December with only one snow, so we knew this was coming.
Okay, now I gotta ask this question, Mike. That's what I'm asking everybody tonight. Do you like this type of weather, the 0 or below with the wind chill and the snow, blowing, drifting snow, or would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees with the fans and all the ACs running?
Well, I guess if those are my options, I'm definitely going to take the winter. Cold, and snow, and below 0. It's always been my favorite anyway, the winter guy. Also, you know, I can always put on another layer to stay warm, but I can only take off so many before they arrest me.
Okay, that sounds good. That sounds good. Okay, Mike. Hey, hey, thank you for checking in. You have a good evening, and try to stay indoors as much as possible. I know you got that furnace running full blast. I've got both in my apartment. I've got my heat in my living room and my bedroom running full blast. It's so warm that, believe me, I'm not kidding you, Mike, I've got to have my fans running. my ceiling fans and my oscillating fans like I run during the summer months. This is K9G Charter Friday Night Fun Day on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Day Center in Freeport.
Well, I'm with you on the fans, Jimmy. This is KB9ZDD for ID. I run them all summer, all winter. There's always air moving in the house. Whether you're warm or cold, it generally feels a little better with air moving. All right, I'll let you get back to the net, Jim.
Thanks for checking in, Mike 73. Okay. Do we have any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Day? Please go now.
KC9GCR K9FLO.
K9FLO. Good evening, Dean. How you doing?
Hey, good, Jamie. And let me get here, just turn down here and get everything. Here we go. All set here. How's it going? It's Friday again, and it's still cold out. KC9GCR K9FLO.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yes, it is. And I'm asking a question tonight. Do you like this kind of weather, or would you rather have it like 95 to 100 degrees in the summer and with your fans and air conditioners going?
Well, interesting. I'm pleased with it here. I like having the summer. I like having the 4 seasons. I'm not a 2-season person, so that's probably why I've lived up here for exceeding many, many years. It's just one of those things that if I had an option or the capability of maybe multiple environments, that'd be nice, but I don't. So we make the best of what it is, and you know, it's not bad. We make it through these few weeks here, and then we got something to look forward to, which is called spring, and that's always good. I don't think it's such a bad deal. I mean, I think I like 4 seasons. I like mild 4 seasons much better than I do rough 4 seasons. But yeah, I can live with this here. I have for the last 70 plus years, and I'll leave that alone and can go with that there, Jimmy. KC9GCR K9FLO.
Okay, sounds good. Kurt KD9MED is already checked, and I'm sure he's still listening. Before I turn it over to you so you can get back to Kurt, I just want to tell you, Justin K9FDO and Seth KD9ZIY are down in Puerto Rico. They're listening to this net via the internet. They both checked it on the phone. So that it's 80 degrees down there. They're cooking and stuff on the grill, and they're having their drinks and stuff. Let's see, it's about it's 11 to 35. It'll be almost, for 2 it'll be almost midnight there. But they got there today. They're having a wonderful time down there.
Oh boy, that sounds good. Yep, could live with that. No problem at all. I could live with even having steak on a grill. It'd be nicer to have it outside, but I guess I have to have it indoors. In the falls, you know, we got some pretty darn good restaurants around here that you always get a steak. Yeah, so anyway, Jimmy, very good. Kurt, you're around there tonight. Getting excited for a winter field day. Yeah, go ahead, Jimmy.
Now I want to see if Kurt. I'm going to be operating from home next Saturday. That's what we're going to be talking about next Friday night. So, okay, Kurt, KD9MED, are you still on the air? If you are, go ahead and go back to Dean.
Okay, very good. K9FLO, Kilowatt Echo 9 Norway. How's it going there, neighbor?
Hey, not bad, not bad. It's end of the week again, or start of the weekend, so gosh, you know what's happening. It's coming up pretty soon. Got to get over to Chuck's place. I got a saw that I can use on that fabric he's got for the floor padding he's got. I can't think what you call it, but got that and get it fit into the shop there for him, and we'll be all set for the field day. So hopefully Mother Nature be cooperative. I don't know what's going to happen. I'll tell you what, the weather seems to be very active this winter. As long as we don't have winter, latter part of the winter of the like we did in April. Don't want that again. No wind, hail, or any of that stuff. K9N, K9FLO.
Hey, my thoughts exactly. You know, I don't know, because now Tuesday we're supposed to have either rain or snow, or a rain and snow mix. So it's really hard to say what's going to be around by next Friday or Saturday. But no, very good on getting that stuff cut up then for Chuck. And that works out really well. You know, the group is about the right size, and you can go in and operate or talk or eat or do whatever, so that's a good deal on that. I'm just working on that TR4 CW by Drake, and I'm just, you know, it really wasn't very dirty at all, and there wasn't any corrosion or anything like that. It pretty much looks new, but I'm just going through and kind of cleaning up the corners here and there a little bit inside the chassis and checking everything. But it's all original, so that's good, and it seems to have relatively good stability after, I'd say 15 minutes, somewhere in there. You know, it's like all the old radios, they're somewhat stable, and for about the first 15 minutes, they drift maybe a kilohertz or so. But other than that, it seems to work okay. So that's what I've been doing.
Well, that's a lot. Then more than I have. I'm down here, I'm doing some cable rearrangements for all my cables that hang from the ceiling, test cables, and tried to make a new bracket, and that failed. And I got one in the head for hanging scope cables, you know, those 6-foot scope cables, BNCs in one end and clips in the other end. I've got a half dozen of those, plus other test leads, and found a guy online that makes the what's called test cable brackets, and you can mount them to, you know, like however you want, to a wall or whatever, then you can hang your cables from. The darn things, when you hang the bigger cables, like the 6-footers, the fingers on it start to pull down, so got to find one company or outfit that has a better one. Brett was telling me there's all kinds of guys out there that have the programs on there for making that stuff, and I haven't pursued that. I just found this one guy, and it was like $5 for each bracket, and it worked out pretty good until you hung a couple of cables on there. Then the darn things hung down so much. So I don't know if there's different chemicals, you know, for the 3D, where it's more stronger. But what I bought from him, price was good. Got an idea what it is, but now I want to find out if somebody makes a assembly that's stronger that won't can handle the weight, something like that. So not a big deal. I guess it shows I don't have very excitement anymore. And let's see, I had to get a new printer the other day. It finally showed up today. My original one I had some real problems with, but fortunately the factory was pretty good and took care of me on that there, so I think those Epson. So anyway, that's kind of excitement. I better get back to you before repeater time's up. Go ahead.
K9FLO, KE9N. Yeah, that's a whole nother subject with the type of plastic, I'm going to call it, or material that you can use with a 3D printer. That's something I don't know that much about, and I hesitate buying one anyhow. They're real handy when you want to use them, obviously. I'm not one really where I want to design things too awful much. I mean, I could, using software, then dump it into the printer. It's easier to find something where the guy already designed it and you just download the file. But the point would be that I don't know that much about it, but I know there are a few different types of material that you can use for that. That's a whole nother thing that's opened up in probably the last, 5 years or so, somewhere in there, is 3D printing, and those get, I'm going to say less costly. I don't know about cheap is the right word, but less costly with more features and things like that. That's kind of a bummer deal on the printer. You buy stuff like that and you expect to use it, and it's not like you make 50 copies every day or anything like that, and then when they fail, there's not much you can do about that. But with your new printer, what kind of printer did you get, Dean?
I got the Epson 7820, which the features I like on it is the fact I can do a 19 by, I'm having a momentary lapse, or 19 by 10, I want to say, print. It didn't sound right on site, but it's a really big print. It folds out, and you can do and that's what I was looking for. My numbers are close, but it's really big. And then it also does, of course, a double-sided or automatically on both sides, and it just all kinds of variations you can do on it. But yeah, I had the previous one I had problems, and it just I think that's the nature of the beast on those printers. You get some, and I think the original one I had, I got about 1,800 prints out of it, and of course those are 99% color prints, and most of them are double-sided. But yeah, that's the only thing I found. But I've had good luck with the Epson. They've been pretty good. They usually take care of you once you get beyond the language barrier there. So they told me what to do and this and that. And in fact, the old one, they told me, well, yeah, it's still under warranty, so we'll send you do whatever they're going to do with that, but just give me an extra one. But yeah, that's what I wanted for it, to be able to do those big drawings, those 19 by, and Kurt, forgive me, I just am having a momentary lapse on it, but I think you know the size I'm talking of there, Kurt. K9N Canadical.
Yeah, I think you might be referring to an 11 by 17.
Yeah, I think that sounds about right. 11 by 17. Yeah, that sounds close to me. I'll go with that.
Okay, sounds good. Well, glad you got that straightened around. And other than that, I don't have any big plans for this weekend. Let's see, what was it? Tuesday of this last week, it was my birthday, and then yesterday it was my wife's birthday, Sheila. So we've pretty much extinguished all the birthdays, at least at this house, but that was the only activity. We just had our kids over and last weekend. So far so good. I think it's just going to be a quiet weekend, but there again, subject to change without notice. All right, I'll let you go, Dean. I'm going to turn it back to you. You can turn it back to Jimmy, and we'll talk to you later then. K9FLO, KE9N.
All right, Kurt. Catch you later. Catch you on the net, Wednesday net for sure. And I might say, how's your mom doing? Still enjoying paradise over there at Independent. And take care. 7 3s. K9, K9FLO, and I'll shoot it back to you, Jimmy.
Dean, you guys have a good night, and we'll definitely talk to you down the line. K9GCR. This is what's fun about this net, folks. We are not a formal net at all. You have like a SWAT net, tech net, rag 2 net, or several nets all rolled into one. That's a Friday night fun net. That's why everybody looks forward to it every Friday night. So, okay. Before we continue, do we have any more stations who want to check in this time? Please call now.
N4WGN. Bob right over here at Report Jimmy, about a mile west of you.
N4WGN. Good evening, Bob. N4WGN. Okay. You are checking number 30 to the Friday night fun net. So you guys got a good turnout with the cold weather being what it is. So, okay. I'm asking a question, Bob. Do you like this kind of weather? Would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees temperatures outside?
Well, Jimmy, you've known me over the years, for quite some time now. I just like baseball season, that type of year. so if it's 20 below, they can play baseball, that's good. Or if it's 100 degrees outside, they're playing baseball, that's good. Outside of that there, I don't care. Really don't care for either extreme cold or extreme heat. You know, like I've told you many times before, you give me from 68 to 76, whatever, and I'm happy.
Okay, sounds good. Now I'll put you down as in between then. So, okay, Dan, KD9SAZ was here. He was working on my old power supply. He's going to take it he took it home with him. He's going to put a new fuse in. He's going to work it. And I said, that's fine, because I probably won't be using it anymore. It'd be nice if I could have something in reserve. So I'll just keep it as a souvenir. He gave me a brand new Astron switching power supply. Oh boy, I am definitely impressed with that. It has 2 meters. And what has on the front? That was I was pleasantly surprised.
Oh, that's awesome, Jimmy. It's not your birthday, is it?
It will be next Friday.
Well, I knew it was coming up. I just, I have problems keeping track of my own birthdays, but yeah, I knew it was coming up. But yeah, you're going to make out pretty good this year for your birthday. New radio, new power supply, and hopefully someone to buy your building here within the next couple of days that you live in and let you put a bunch of antennas on top of it. That'd be great if you could do that. Really, I'm serious. If you could put a nice HF antenna up there and a nice 2-meter antenna up there, you're probably talking to New York City on Simplex. So, yeah, I know, Jimmy. You get out good for what you got up there. I tell you that much already. There's people that would wish they could get out as good as you do.
Oh yeah, I hear you. That's for sure. Hey, Justin and Seth have checked into the net. Not too long after I got started, they called me on the phone. They're listening to this net via the internet. Just wanted to let you know it's 80 degrees down there. They're outside. They're cooking. They're cooking on the grill and they're having their drinks too.
I tell you what,
them two boys needed vacation after what they went through there in December. All that, working so hard, 12-hour days plus, making sure mail got delivered to the post offices and picking them up so the people that halfway across the country or better, they get their mail too. From, some people around here. I talked to Justin that one day, and he was exhausted. He took a nap when he got home, woke up, he was getting something to eat, and he said he was going to go right back to bed. So I don't blame him. The boys worked hard.
I hear you. That's for sure. They do need a vacation, yes. So, okay. Hey, I'm gonna move on with the net here. Maybe we'll talk to you later. I'll be monitoring 3-9 later on tonight there. So, thanks for checking in, Bob.
Not a problem, Jimmy. I kind of dozed off. I've been busy today, and I dozed off here at the desk. And wife, she'd be working her part-time job this weekend, so I woke up because I heard her talking. But anyway, I check you. I catch you a little bit later here. I'm gonna get ready to take her to work, and I'll be back. I'll be on 3-9 later. KC9GCR and 4WGN.
Well, there you Bob. Thanks for checking in. Talk to you later. Any more stations who want to check in the Friday Night Fun Net this time, please call now. Okay, we're still in the Friday Night Fun Net trivia segment. Well, I'm gonna do one more, and then I think we're gonna call it quits here as far as the trivia segment goes. Okay. What are the toughest questions in the text, general, and extra Q&A books? They're tower questions, of course. Those of you listening on scanners, you're planning on studying for your first ham radio license or technician's license. Someday, you guys and gals are going to be involved in a tower climbing expedition. You're going to be climbing the tower itself, or you're going to be part of the ground support crew. If they read this next question, which I'm about to read, and you pass it, this might be the question that puts you over the top as far as getting your license, your ticket goes. Here we go. Which of the following is an important safety rule to remember when using a crank-up tower? A. This type of tower must never be painted. B. This type of tower must never be grounded. C. This type of tower must not be climbed unless it is retracted or mechanical safety locking devices have been installed. D. All of these choices are correct. Which of the following is an important safety rule to remember when using a crank-up tower? A. This type of tower must never be painted. B. This type of tower must never be grounded. C. This type of tower must not be climbed unless it is retracted or mechanical safety locking devices have been installed. D. All of these choices are correct. You tower climbers should know the correct answer to this question by heart. Anybody correct answer to this question? Okay, I guess our tower climbers must have left us for the night, so we'll go ahead and read the question and get the answer. Which of the following is an important safety rule to remember when using a crank-up tower? Well, the correct answer is C, Charlie. This type of tower must not be climbed unless it is retracted or mechanical safety locking devices have been installed. Crank-up towers must be fully retracted or mechanical safety locking devices must have been installed. Never climb a crank-up tower supported only by the cable that supports the section. Ham radio license manual page 9-19. That concludes Friday Night Fun Net trivia for this week. We'll do it again next week. Now, any more stations who want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, please call now. Okay, let me give you a rundown of all the other nets we have in the area. In about 3 minutes, the night watch net will be taking place on the 443.750 repeater in Chicago with a PL 114.8 plus offset. That net runs 7 nights a week. You can't get the repeater. They do have EchoLink capability. Okay, don't forget the night watch. No, I already did that. Don't forget the Saturday evening radio net tomorrow evening at 8 p.m. on this repeater. I don't know who will be net controls tomorrow night, but we go around a few times. We do talk about different stuff. What's right to it? That's what the name implies. Net control picks out a topic. If you don't want to talk about that topic, you can bring up something else. But that we go around a few times. It runs for about an hour or so. I think we went for an hour and 20 minutes last Saturday. But that's what it's all about, radio, and that's what we do Saturday evenings at 8 p.m. on this repeater. Then the Saturday night fun net, which takes place tomorrow evening, also at 8 p.m. on the 146.910 repeater in Milwaukee with PL 127.3 minus offset. This net actually got started as a result of the Saturday night rag 2 net. I did not know Saturday night fun net, I should say. That's the way it goes there. So okay. Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in the Boyd. Oh boy, what is going on here? Let's do that again. Sunday evenings at 7:30 p.m. on the 145.110 repeater in Monroe. PL 123.0 minus offset. The Green County Aries Racing net is held. Scott K9YI will be net control this week. Last week it was Brandon KD9MED. ENU, that's right. This is the K9GCR with the Friday night fun net on the K9RFD Repeater in Rockford, transmitting for Friday night fun net Central and Freeport. It is now 10 p.m. curfew time. Parents, you know where your children are at. Lockdown. Winnebago County Jail is now going into lockdown. Kerry, K9MED was telling me he listens to the Winnebago County Jail frequencies on the scanner every night at exactly this time at 10 o'clock. Dispatch radios all the corrections officers. Put lockdown. Time to put the jailbirds to bed. Nighty night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. It is 12 midnight in beautiful San Juan, Puerto Rico. Parents, children, you know where your parents are at. Let me give you a rundown of all the other nets in the area. Oh, that's the Whiteside County Aries net meets on the Sunday evenings at 8 p.m. on the 146.850 repeater in Sterling with a PL 114.8 minus offset. You shouldn't have any problem getting into that repeater. The antenna is located 300 feet in the air on the Illinois State Police Group 1 radio tower. Then I want to tell you about the the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club net. This, now there's going to be a new starting time on that net. At least, they're going to be starting at 8 o'clock throughout the rest of January, but let's see. I think Sunday, starting this Sunday, December 4th, the net will be held at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. That's a new time for the Boone County Big Thunder Amps Radio Club net, which meets on Sunday evenings on the 147.375 repeater in Belvedere with a PL 100.0 plus Austin. Again, starting February 4th, the Big Thunder Amps Radio Club net will be heard at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. It will no longer be held at 8 p.m. Okay, let's see. The Monday night rah-rah info net will take place on this repeater at 7 p.m. Larry, K9KTG, and I share the use of net control operator. Well, I ran the net this past Monday. He'll do it this coming Monday. The Lee County Aries group holds its Monday evening net at 8 p.m. on the 146.970 repeater in Dixon for the PL 82.5 minus offset. The Kishwaukee Amps Radio Club net is held every Monday evening at 8:30 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb for the PL 100.0 minus offset. Okay, the Tuesday evening Health Tech and Social net meets on this repeater at 7 p.m. with Larry, AC9GO is your net control operator. We ask everybody how they're doing health-wise. If anybody has any air traffic you'd like to bring for the net. The Rock County Public Service net is held every Tuesday evening, also at 7 p.m. on the 145.450 repeater in Janesville. PL 123.0 minus offset. The Ogle County Hams net meets every Tuesday evening at 8:30 p.m. on the 147.165 repeater in Oregon with a PL 146.2 plus offset. If there's time, they'll have a brief simplex net on 146.595 simplex. After they get done with that simplex net, they'll go back to the 165 repeater for the 9 o'clock Ogle County Amps Radio net for Erie Skywarn. Wednesday evenings at 7 p.m. we have the weekly Stevens County Aries net with yours truly, K9GCR. Then at 7:30 p.m. on the 147.120 repeater in Boyd for the PL 123.0 plus offset. The Greater Boyd Amps Radio couple at Wednesday evening net. Then at 8 p.m. here in Freeport, the 147.390 repeater, the PL 114.8 plus offset. We have our Wednesday evening swap net. Mel, K9RFDN, and I share the duties as net control operators. I ran a net this week. I think I had 9 or 10 check-ins or whatever. No, it was probably the other net, but who cares? Then the Mel will run the net this coming Wednesday night. Mel brings the Amps Radio Newsline. 15 minutes independent news broadcast of Golden Star at the Amps Radio. Thursday evenings at 7 p.m. I'm happy to report the return of the Skywarn net with Ricky, WX9RLT. The name of the net has now changed. It is no longer Northern Illinois Skywarn. It is Rockford Metro Skywarn. We had Ricky did the first net last night. Talked about the weather conditions and then what have you. So we're going to be doing from now on, we're going to be doing the Skywarn net, after which I will take over for the Thursday evening Health Tech and Social net on this repeater. The the DeKalb County Areas Group holds its weekly net at 7 p.m. on the 146.730 repeater in DeKalb PL 100.0 minus offset. Don't forget the Rock County Simplex net, which is hosted by Chad W9AXD. It's on 146.415 Simplex. So that gets underway at 8 p.m. I had difficult time trying to hear it, but I was able to check in. Then last but certainly not least, the C-Now net meets every day, Monday through Friday, between the hours of 1400 and 1500 hours, Zulu, or 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. local time on 14.287 megahertz upper side band, 20 meters upper side band with Chuck W9AXD as your net control operator. Okay, now you're all caught up to date at your local nets. Support the local net control operators, your local nets, your local ham radio clubs, your member of any, your local repeaters, I should say, if you're a member of any ham radio club, by all means support your local club. Now, do we have any more stations like to check in the Friday Night Fun net? Please call now. Let me tell you about the Friday Night Fun net, the central Facebook page. Contact the Brad AH2I or Ricky WX9RLT if you want to sign up for it. I think we had 168 stations checked in. I don't know how many there are now. But you see pertinent information about the Friday Night Fun net. You see updated pictures of my hand jacks. You even see weather information. So if you want, and then I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun net central Facebook page. You sign up, go punch in your call sign and follow the instructions. Go to Friday Night Fun net Central. Then you can listen to past editions of the Friday Night Fun net, including this one when it's posted in a few minutes. Listen to Friday Night Fun net all day, every day, or all night, every night. It's Friday night, every night of the week with the Friday Night Fun net Central Facebook page. You can't sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning. I say, well, you know what? I think I'm gonna turn on the Friday Night Fun net and listen to it. If that doesn't put you to sleep, I don't know what will. Next, I want to tell you about the Friday Night Fun net Central hotline. Area code 815-232-FN-FN, 232-3636. You heard the phone ring while I was transmitting when Justin, K9FDO, and Seth, KD9MED, checked in from beautiful Puerto Rico. They're outside cooking on the grill, and they're having their drinks. It's 80 degrees there. It is just after, it's 10 minutes after 12 midnight in San Juan, Puerto Rico right now. And you also heard the phone ring when the K9DDF John Nelson checked it. Did you hear that phone ring? Did well, I know you did. That's a real telephone ring, folks, not that phony telephone ring. You see pictures of it on the Facebook page. Traditional red desktop touch tone telephone. Okay, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. I gotta do my honorary check-ins, okay. K9RFD REC here in Simpson County. HD and we're honorary check-in. There's better half. Gracie. K9MED HD honorary check-in. We mustn't forget the beautiful Kishwaukee River Yacht Club south of Rockford. Scott. A9 Silver Fox HD honorary check-in. One of the best guys in the whole world. He doesn't check in every Friday night, but he listens every Friday night. Richard S9BO Belvedere HD honorary check-in. He still has 1,000 feet of cable left, coax cable left over. When need co-ask, give them a call at area code 815-547-8686. Okay.
KC9CFL checking in. No traffic.
This K9G Charter Friday Night Fun Net on the K9RFD Repeater Rockford transmitting for Friday Night Fun Net Center and Report. KC9CFL, good evening, Mike. What's going on with you?
Good evening, Jimmy. Well, I have had an interesting week. My wife had surgery on Monday, and then Thursday morning I ended up rushing to the ER because I was having chest pains, so they did an angiogram, and they really didn't find anything. So I just got home this evening. So it's been a rough week.
Oh, I'm definitely sorry to hear about that. So that's the way it goes. I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully you're feeling better there. So okay, well I got something to cheer you up here. You know you're on radio, not when. You have to make a phone call to set up a time to make a contact on the radio, and then send a postcard or QSL card to confirm that you talked on the radio. That's the wife of Pat K9ROD. That's the Louis K9AGR.
Jimmy, that's the only reason I keyed up tonight was for a radio nut joke, man. KC9CFL, thank you very much, Jimmy.
You're welcome. Now, I can't let you go without you asking the questions. Tonight we're asking everybody, you like the 0 or below reading temperatures, the snow and the cold, blowing and drifting, or would you rather have it 95 to 100 degrees with the fans and ACs running?
I would rather have it cold. When I was a kid, I was involved in Boy Scouts, and the most fun I ever had was winter camping. It was a lot of fun. So I've always wanted to do that as an adult more often. My daughter and I did it a couple times in the back of my truck with a truck tent and a heater. But, I want to get back into it. So, yeah, I'd take the cold. And you can always put on more clothes. You can only take off so many. So.
Okay, sounds good. That sounds good. So, okay, somebody else mentioned that. His name was Kurt, KD9MED. Mike, sorry to hear about your situation. Let's hope everything turns out for the best. And your wife comes home soon. 7-3, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. Enjoy your evening, enjoy your weekend. Okay, do we have any more stations you want to check in? Please call now. K9YI, good evening, Scott. What's going on with you? Okay, sounds good. Okay, hey, I'm gonna let you go here. Your signal's kind of rough tonight. We'll catch you on the net this coming Sunday night. 7-3, thank you for checking the Friday Night Fun Net. K9G, turn be clear. Okay, we'll talk to you later. Thanks, Scott. Any more station want to check in, please call now. Continuing my honorary check-ins, okay, K9RFD Robert, 8 honorary check-ins. W9KLT 7, HD honorary check-in. H9JQ, Mike, HD honorary check-in, okay. N9WSQ, George, Trust Season 300 Repeater, HD honorary check-in. KD9 LOA, Brandon, and Ruralina, HD honorary check-in, last but certainly not least. KD9 OVBJ, HD honorary check-in. K9GCR, I'm just kind of watching the weather report here. It's 0 degrees right now in Rockford and here in Freeport. There is no car. They're showing downtown Rockford at Jefferson, looking east on Jefferson Street Bridge. Rock River's frozen over. There's no cars on the street at all. Everybody's staying home listening to Friday Night Fun. That's why. Okay, I want to thank Dan, N9DCH, the trustees of the Repeater, members of the 195 group, for allowing us to use this repeater to hold the Friday Night Fun Net. I'm going to run down the list of stations and checked in so far. Myself, K9GCR Net Control, W9JTC, and KD9YBG. Jamie and Dale respectively checked in as early bird check-in. 89VU, Mike in Janesville. BE testing session tomorrow in Janesville at the St. John's Church. N9GBP, Greg. K9QPL, Paul, KD9SSB, Mike, KD9SAZ, Dan. Thank him for what he did today. AH2I, Brad, N9DLB, Dave here in Freeport. AH2I, Brad, the brains behind the Friday Night Fun Net. And our two check-ins from Puerto Rico, K9FBO, Justin, and KD9CIY, Seth, in Puerto Rico, where it's 80 degrees. H9NW, Tom, and KD9MED, Gary. WX9RLT, Ricky, K9RGG, Norm, K9MED. Mike was recording, live stream this out on the internet, recording for future replay on Friday Night Fun Net Facebook page. K9AGR, WI9WPF, K9KGG, WI9HF, KD9VBX, and my third hotline check-in, K9DF, John and Elgin, K9EPG Al, K9HKX Larry, K9GO Larry, and Robson, K9N Kurt, KD9MED Mike, and Davis, K9FLO Dean Roscoe, N4WGN here in Freeport, and now my honorary check-in. Got a total, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 27 on-air check-ins, 2 early bird check-ins, 3 hotline check-ins, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And 10 honorary check-ins. A grand total of 42 check-ins. Not bad at all for a cold, wintry Friday night. Any more stations want to check in the Friday night fun then? Please call now. Someone trying to check in, but I got dead air, but no audio. Try it again. No, I'm sorry. You're not making it. You're not making it. Sorry. Okay. I'll tell you what. What are we gonna do here? I gotta read the answers code. That's all there is to it. Hold on, please. Okay. The answers consider it. You never knowingly use the air in such a way to lessen the pleasures of others. 2. The answer is loyal. He offers his loyalty, encouragement, and support to his fellow radio amateurs, his local club, and to the American Radio Relay League to which amateur radio is represented. 3. The answer is progressive. He keeps the station abreast of science. There is well built and efficient. His operating practice is above reproach. 4. The answer is friendly. Slow and patient certainly when requested. Friendly advice and counsel to the beginner. Kindly assistance, cooperation, and consideration with the interests of others. These are marks of the actor's spirit. 5, and this is important. The answer is balance. Radio is his hobby. He never allows him to interfere with any of his duties he owes in his home, his job, his school, or his community. 6, the answer is patriotic. His knowledge and his station are always ready for the service of his country and his community. That's the answer's code. As Tony K9RFD, our EC here in James County says, some to look by not only on the radio, but throughout life itself. Okay, I want to thank everybody for checking in. Next Friday night, it's going to be all about Winter Field Day. I'm going to ask everybody if they're going to be participating in Winter Field Day this year. I will be, and I'll be participating from right here at home. So we'll just see what happens. Be sure you tell your mothers, your fathers, your sons and daughters, your brothers and sisters, your aunts and uncles, your nieces and your nephews, your your grandparents, your in-laws, your neighbors across the street, down the street, next door. Be sure you tell your butcher, your baker, your candlestick maker. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the checkout counter at your grocery store. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your convenience store. Be sure you tell your waiters, your waitresses, and your bartenders at your friendly neighborhood bars, restaurants, taverns, or pubs. Be sure you tell the clerk behind the counter at your local post office when you buy your stamps or envelopes. Be sure you tell your bank teller, your stockbroker. Be sure you tell your new car dealer, your used car dealer, your garage mechanic. Be sure you tell the members of your local PTA or PTO. Be sure you tell your priests, your ministers, your rabbis, your mullahs, your ayatollahs, or your imams. Be sure you tell your probation officer, your parole officer, or your divorce lawyer. Be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands. Stand by hotline. That was Kevin, W9KLG. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do right now. W9KLG. Hotline check-in. So the comp stands at 4 hotline check-ins. I'll just cross this off here, right here. So. All right, that's fine. Okay. As I was saying, be sure you tell your boyfriends, your girlfriends, your ex-boyfriends, your ex-girlfriends, your husbands, your wives, your ex-husbands, your ex-wives, your ex-in-laws, of course, your old ladies about the Friday night fun. And the more check-ins, the better the net. Make sure you have valid FCC license before you check in. Sorry, folks, we don't take check-ins from the jailbirds, jammers, potty mouths, crackheads, dope heads, potheads, telemarketers. If you sit in the clubhouse, take a knee or clench your fist when the national anthem is being played, we don't take your check-ins. If you don't back the blue, we don't take your check-ins. That's as plain and simple as that. All right. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. The questions, I'll have to go through the list and see how many questions what we got for the survey. Well, we'll give you the results next Friday night, but I'm not going to have time now. So, with that, this is the last call for any stations. Want to check the Friday Night Fun Net, remember we're in the region. What's around traffic, please call K9GCR. Last call for Rattajaw. Okay, tune in again next week. Same time, same repeater for another edition of the Friday Night Fun Net. Until then, this is Jim, K9GCR, now close down to Friday, January 19th, 2024 edition of the Friday Night Fun Net, and return the repeaters and frequency normal as radio use at 10:31 p.m. Central Standard Time. Let's see, 4 hours, 31 minutes of Zulu time. Also at 12:31 a.m. Central Standard Time in San Juan, Puerto Rico, where it's already January 20th. With a total of 42 check-ins overall. This net is now closed and repeater is now open for normal land trading use. 7-3s, everybody. Have a good evening. Enjoy your weekend. Don't go out unless you absolutely positively have to. This is K9RFD wishing you all a very pleasant good night. 7-3. K9MED, K9MED, K9GCR.
KD9MED.
Go ahead and post it, Mike, at 2 hours 31 minutes net with the unofficial count of 42 check-ins.
All right, Jimmy, we'll get that live stream put up there right now.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, Justin and Seth checked in from Puerto Rico. That ain't bad at all. I'm going to write that down in my notes, too. 7-3, Mike. Talk to you next Friday night.
All right, we'll catch you next Friday then, Jimmy. KD9MED clear.